You are like Ariel with that stupid thing.
Hello, everybody. I'm Will.
And I'm Kristen.
And this is So I'm Watching Teen Wolf, Season 5, Episode 6.
Required reading.
This one was losing me. I think it was losing both of us a little bit towards the end.
Yeah.
I've never loved the reverse engineered episodes. We get a minimum of one per season, if not two sometimes. And also keep in mind that this season was kind of reverse engineered. Yeah. So, I mean, it's all kind of necessary. Is it?
I don't really think so.
Yeah, not
because basically it's like they've all read the thing except for Kira, who's like,
but they haven't, because they get together to read the book.
Yeah,
and they each take their copies. And you were like, "That was weird. Didn't they all already have copies?"
Yeah, that I'm not sure about. But basically, it seems like everybody has read at least most of it except for Kira, who like is. Which actually was a great scene with her and Mason, is like
so
having problems reading, and it's kind of because the Kitsune is like
she doesn't
messing it up.
Yeah, she doesn't fully get it, I guess. She doesn't tell Scott. No. Everybody's lying to each other.
Everybody's lying.
And again, each individual one, I think, is sort of whatever.
Yeah.
Because what specifically? Malia didn't tell. Was she talking to Stiles or Scott?
Everybody. They were all together when it came up, but it was Scott specifically that she was like, "Nope, nothing else in my memory at all." And I'm like, he doesn't care one way or the other if it was your mom who shot you.
Well, okay. So the thing is, I understand. First, like I stand by. I think each individual quote-unquote lie, mistruth, withholding is sort of fine or whatever.
Yeah.
It's the fact that we're dealing with so many of them from everybody.
And many of them within a romantic relationship, which is really upsetting.
Because I understand not wanting, if you don't fully understand what's happening to you, I understand not the impulse to not include your friends or significant others. But at a certain point, is that not what they're for?
Exactly. And the other thing, too, is like everybody is experiencing something weird. All of you are a supernatural creature. At the very least, being like, I can't keep my eyes open and the words are moving around the pages. I think something's going on is not out of the realm of like what we are dealing with.
But also, I think that's part of, like, I think there's a way you can read it where it's like they're sort of in a fog. So... Because Kira doesn't really seem concerned that she can't read it.
So the Kira thing is the least of my things. The bigger things are Malia does not seem in a fog that she's not telling anybody what she saw in her vision, but Theo already knows. And then at the end, the Theo and Stiles thing, that was very upfront. And who is he?
One of the Chimeras.
Okay. With the electricity one or a different one?
The electricity one.
You can't say anything. Please, don't say anything. Why not? I never said anything about Donovan.
Again, that's self-defensive at all. Ugh. I guess.
I don't know. It's still the Theo problem. He's still trying to get in on this pack.
I do love that Malia hurt his little tits, though.
Malia.
You think you're doing me a favor? Like I'm gonna owe you now?
Like I don't need any favors.
Then what do you want?
I want in the pack.
That's not up to me.
You want to tell Scott what you saw, tell him. If you got something else in mind, I'm okay with that too.
She'll take your head off.
It's amazing.
But no, he's still just kind of lurking around, just like fucking with shit. And I don't like it. He records Kira speaking Japanese in her sleep.
Yeah, okay. And my biggest problem with that is that then he tells Scott, he's like...
Last night, you guys all fell asleep. I went upstairs to check on Kira. She was sleeping. You heard her speaking Japanese.
This is sus behavior. And Scott is just like, oh.
That's what she said at the club. I found her website that can translate it. It means I am the messenger of death. To be honest, I don't know if I could trust her anymore.
Whoa! So many violations. First of all, why'd you stay in my house after we all fell asleep? Why did you go to my bedroom? Why did you get close enough to my girlfriend to hear her muttering Japanese? Why did you record her? After you've done all those creep things, why are you telling me about it? So weird.
And Scott doesn't clock it.
Doesn't bat a fucking eye.
Presumably because of reading this book, at least the core three of them are like unearthing repressed trauma, like repressed memories. Scott's was being attacked by a dog, his dog,
Seems
I guess,
like
a
it.
dog.
Yeah.
His was first, and kind of the flashback was kind of the least. It was
Yeah, but it's like
vague.
it's triggering his asthma again.
Mm-hmm. So he's starting to have. That was so funny when they get his inhaler from Liam, and Liam comes running in and puts it in his hand, and is like, "Come on, boy, you can do it!"
And I'm like, hold it up to his face.
You
and
can.
just...
I've got it. I've got the inhaler.
Do it for him.
Come on.
Wake up.
Yeah. It's not like
it's
not
very
like
Liam.
fingerprint activated. He is also adorably still trying to pay Hayden back.
I remember not liking Hayden, and I also remember saying that. Like, I remember being very adamant that I didn't like her, and she's not wearing on me.
Not as much, yeah.
I
Although
like her.
We did get the indication in this episode that she is a chimera as well.
With the eyes.
Her
he
eyes
checked her
are
eyes. Well, we got a couple things. We got, first of all, we got confirmation that the female cop is her sister.
Yeah.
And that her beef with Liam is from 6th grade. The 6th grade, it's too young. Because you said something about 13, and I was like, 11.
No, like, you're right, like 11.
Like, at 13, I kind of, because you're at least properly in your teens at that point.
Yeah.
For me, and I know it's probably because I changed schools, but there's, like, a huge sort of BCAD between, like, 6th and 8th grade.
Sure.
And I don't know. But yeah, I guess he accidentally, or they got into a fight, or they like ran into each other and they got black eyes and they had to take their school pictures.
He was having like one of his anger episodes and in the hallway fighting with another boy, and she ended up in there and got punched in the face.
And it's like, how seriously am I supposed to take an 11-year-old's
yearbook picture?
Well,
his anger outburst, yeah.
But also yearbook picture, sure.
Although my mom was like pretty mad at me one year because I forgot it was picture day and I wore overalls. She was pretty mad.
What are you, a farmer?
And I was like...
But no, I at least as of this point, I'm feeling better about Hayden.
She's cute. Their little like competition during gym class.
I
or
liked
whatever.
that more. What was that? I love this song. I forgot it was from this.
I love that they're competing by playing different sports.
It feels right for both of them.
I feel like he's gonna fucking... Yeah.
Sorry.
Because they're both dummies. Because you were like, they're like trying to one up each other. Like they were clearly competing with each other. But you were like, they're playing different sports.
Yeah, like he was just trying to make like lacrosse goals, and she was playing soccer. And I'm just like, I mean, I guess. But
I feel like nothing happens with Mason and Brett, right? Because I feel like they're together a lot.
But that was a really fun scene as well.
What's up with those two?
6th grade. And not the best year for Liam's anger management issues. There was this fight in the hallways.
13-year-old.
Liam and this other guy. Hayden sort of accidentally walked into it, and this is her yearbook photo.
Oh, that's not...
Ah, damn.
That's such a grudge 5 years later.
What'd she do to him?
Because they just were like, what the fuck is going on? And he's just apparently there, because you're right, he was still wearing he
said the Davenport
prep
that
school
it was no
uniform, but he's like been at the Beacon Hills place practicing.
I think it's because they're wolves. I think that
he's just hanging out. Okay.
Yeah, like I think that he's spending more time with them, for that reason.
Let him in the pack and get rid of Theo.
Would that this desk were a time desk?
Well, because he also very specifically when he was talking to Malia, she was like, "What do you want anyway?" And he goes, "I want in the pack." And she's like, "Well, that's not my decision. What are you doing?"
And also, you're doing a bang up job, like.
Apparently he is. This is the place where it's like, I love this part of Scott. Like, we've talked about it all season and in the past a lot. I like that he's kind of naive, and I like that he always wants to see the good in people. But like, this is the first time where I've been like, Scott, it feels out of character that you're being this obtuse about it. And it's the first time I felt that way.
Styles has backed off a little bit, so...
Well, and now Theo's got something over on him, which I also feel like Theo...
It's circumstantial.
And I also, if I'm remembering, I feel like Theo throws him under the bus.
Oh, sure.
And it's like...
I don't even remember.
And it's like, well, how come you haven't said that you killed Donovan or whatever?
Which he didn't, though. Donovan fell after threatening to eat his legs.
That's what I said at the beginning.
Amongst other things. we had a lot of fun with that on the watch along.
Yeah.
Before we zoned out completely.
I apparently did, because I was like, why are they at the hospital again already now? No clue. But Theo is fighting the one guy up on the roof.
Well, Styles was there because he was following the trail.
And his vision, and then he started having his vision of his mom, who thought that baby Styles was going to kill him, apparently.
That was
kill her.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's Claudia, well, the whole show does a good job with Styles.
Yeah.
But the Claudia plot line, this show's done really well because it really has tempered it.
Yeah, because we were talking in the last episode about how or maybe 2 episodes ago, but Scott doesn't have like a parent wound, really. Like, we even seemed to have, he wasn't even ever like really mad at his dad. It was just like he was absent, and so it's whatever, and he doesn't, but like Styles has a mother wound. Like, he has a wound. And so having repressed the memory of apparently his mother looking at him in the eyes and being like, stop trying to kill me. And like Noah's up there going like,
Mom, what are you doing? Claudia.
What are you doing up there?
I couldn't stand to be in that room anymore. He's trying to hurt me. I don't care if you don't believe me, but he is. He's trying to kill me.
Come here. You have to remind yourself that it's a disease.
Remember what the dementia does?
It makes you think that people are out to get you.
You don't see the way he looks.
Claudia,
He's 10 years old.
He's trying to kill me.
It was all the flashbacks were filmed very theatrically. The aspect ratio changed. The like color grading changed. They were very cinematic. I wouldn't be surprised to find out it was film or something.
It was good.
This is one of the few shows where and it's not with everything, but with Styles and Claudia. This is one of the few times where a show has dangled a carrot so well, and it kind of lives up to the hype. Because also Teen Wolf, not unlike Scott's whole thing with his dad about how he got too drunk and accidentally pushed him down the stairs once. And they keep making it out like there was some like grave, unforgivable crime.
Yeah.
And when it actually happens, we were like, so where's the actual secret though? Like, is there more to come?
That was one of my favorite Price things, because he was like, my head is ping ponged all over this staircase.
He said something about like, you're right, it was head, but it was like, my head's been bounced around this house like a goddamn Pokemon.
Yeah, it's just like, but I think the Styles thing actually does live up to the...
No, it does. Yeah. And I think also because that is real. I mean, that is kind of, I mean, not all dementia, but some dementia, that is how it works. And because it struck her earlier than it typically would.
Yeah.
And also having gone through the 3B trauma with both Sheriff and Stiles and all three of their performances. Because we get Claudia in like season 6 or something.
I think we get more. Yeah.
She's in like a chunk of it. And it's good. That's always really nice. And I want to give them their, applause, give them their cookie when they do something, when something is really successfully carried over or played out.
I agree.
So yeah, one of the Chimeras was eating electricity.
Because Kira the whole episode was like, that wasn't me. I swear it's not me.
And we mentioned it briefly, but I really love the scene she had with Mason. Mason is he's such a good asset for this show and this season, because
is he gigging at all?
He was in the movie.
Well,
he does some things, but he like came and sat down and he was like,
"This is gonna sound weird. I've been doing some reading on kitsunes."
And how come?
Because I met one.
Oh.
Do you know why people in Japan answer the phone moshi moshi?
Moshi means hello.
There's a reason why you have to say it twice. According to Japanese folklore, fox spirits have difficulty with language. And the way that you prove that you're not a fox, when you answer the phone, you say moshi twice. Moshi moshi confuses kitsunes because it's a language trick. So is the book.
That's why I can't read it.
It's affecting the fox part of you.
I swear that wasn't me.
I'm going to assume that is accurate, the mushi mushi.
Yeah.
It's very fascinating. I like it. And so because the book is magic, because it is what it is, where Dr. Valack made it as a trick to unlock people's brains, that's why Kira can't read it.
Yeah.
It's very, I like that. That was all very cool. Lydia, her memory was triggered by Sydney. Like I said, I've already actually talked about Sydney like 3 times.
Yeah.
And I don't remember if anything else comes of her. But she like had a little meltdown in AP Bio because the teacher stays doing the most.
Once an invasive species is introduced, everything changes. Wise decision, Sydney.
Fuck you in front of everybody?
Lydia, you know it's for the best.
Who are you? She's like, first of all, her hair is falling out. Sydney's in class. And so she freaks out so much that she leaves. And as she does it, she puts down her drop class like form. And the teacher's like, good idea.
About time.
Yeah.
And she kicks her feet up
and
onto
I'm
the desk.
just like, what the shit?
Well, and then Lydia goes to check on her. And she's like, Lydia, it's not your job to save everybody.
She says it's for the best.
Oh.
You know it's for the best. And I'm just like, ew. It's really, I want somebody to tell that teacher, like, there's the episode in season 4 of Buffy after Oz leaves and Willow is like having a really hard time and Professor Walsh is really mean.
I was gonna say I feel like she is like Professor Walsh
and Buffy is just like,
for someone who teaches human behavior, you might try showing some.
What the fuck are you doing?
No, I honestly, like I said, I don't remember if anything comes of this teacher plot, but at this point I kind of want,
I hope
there is something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't remember.
We'll see. But the trauma of Sydney's head triggers Lydia's memory, and we find out that we knew that do we know that she killed her? Well, she didn't. She
wasn't dead, yeah.
No. Basically, when Lydia's grandmother was in Aiken House, Lorraine, she was trying to stop the voices and took a drill to her own head.
Yeah.
And 10-year-old Lydia walked in on, her mother and Lorraine and one of the orderlies.
Yeah.
And what was her grandmother saying to her?
They're coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I love that Natalie went to Aiken House with Lydia and left her in the car in the parking lot. Natalie. Please.
I like Natalie.
No,
I'm on her side,
too.
but I feel like on more than one occasion she's asleep at the wheel.
Yeah. It's sort of how she is on Vampire Diaries too. And then she gets drowned in a fountain.
Mayor Lockwood.
Tyler's mom.
I barely remember Tyler.
I like that show mostly. Well, we found out Hayden had a kidney transplant.
Well, I did start to say that.
That's what she needs the money for, is the medication's expensive.
And I do think it is her and her sister
alone,
I don't think that there's anyone else.
I knew somebody had a medical issue. And so she basically is like trying to make it so her sister doesn't have to pay for anything. And that's why she's working underground at this club. And I'm like, but your sister is a cop in the first place. And in the second place, she should have enough money to keep you guys in medication in Beacon Hills. Like, whatever. But apparently the guy at the bar is like also stealing half her money, basically.
It's because they're underage, so they have no protection, so he's just a tool.
He's just taking their tips and shit.
Yeah. And he's like, what are they going to do, complain?
Go work at a coffee shop. That's legal.
But then we don't get shirtless men. Of course,
obviously, I know.
See what you got.
And so Liam's trying to pay her back, and she's actually very insistent that he doesn't have to, but he's very insistent that he does. And like I said, I remember being very hard on that plot the first time around, and I'm feeling less. I'm okay with it
now I'm wondering if we were like sort of fine with her at first, but now that she's a chimera, something shifts.
No, I think she just like, I think we were really put off by how we met her. Because actually, now that I'm talking, I have a memory of warming up to her a little bit.
Okay.
And then I think she's one of the ones that just disappears from the show. Like, I think she's in next season, but then I think by the final, she's just not there anymore.
Yeah, that I'm not sure of. It says she's in 24 episodes.
So, I mean, yeah, that's a minimum of 3 seasons.
Well, it's like all of season 5, basically, and then she's got most of season 6. She's in the finale.
Is she?
Or I guess the 6A finale.
Okay.
So she's her last episode is 610.
Yeah. So, yeah, and then they fight the dread doctors of the hospital, and Malia actually does a pretty good job showing them what for. And her stunt double as well.
Yeah.
Did some really great kicks. And,
yeah.
Was that the end?
Pretty much, yeah. They're like escaping.
Well, the end was that Theo killed the guy.
Yeah. I think Josh, maybe?
Yeah. He, like, ripped his throat out.
Oh, there also were, like, 12 holes on the football field. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. It was fine.
Yeah. Not my favorite. Bye.